Hey you, how are you feeling? Vegan Truth Seeker here. In this video, I'm gonna talk about veganism and animal rights. This is a topic that is very close to my heart. I'll talk about the distinction between animals and humans. We're obviously all animals, but for the sake of argument, I'll make the distinction between animals and humans. Okay, most people say that the difference between us and them is that we are rational beings and they are irrational beings. Okay, take a very good look around. Do we act like rational beings? Really? I mean, we kill each other because we have different skin colors, religions, ethnical backgrounds, and so on. We're destroying the only place we have to live in, our home, Earth. Most of us know that the planet is collapsing. Still, most of us don't change. Those at the very top, they continue destroying the planet because they want more money, more power. They're extremely greedy and they are not sane people. Also, we value more a piece of paper and metal, money, instead of valuing the life of a sentient being, whether it's an animal or a human, instead of valuing all life on the planet. Money is literally worth nothing. It's worth something because we all collectively agreed to give money a value. If we all agreed right now that seashells would be our new currency, and we agreed to attribute value to seashells, then that would be our new money. It's as absurd and pathetic as that. It's ridiculous. Also, just because we can build complex structures and are more technologically advanced and have a more complex language, does that make us superior? I mean, animals have languages of their own. If you have pets, you know that dogs and cats, for instance, they talk to us. They have a language. If we are that more intelligent than them, why can't we understand specifically what they're saying to us? For instance, cats. In nature, unless they're in heat, cats do not emit sound. They do not meow. But when they're living with a human being, cats talk specifically, they meow specifically to that human being. But we don't understand specifically what they're saying to us. But if we say words like food outside, or sentences like it's time for food, do you want to eat, it's time to go outside, they understand specifically what that means. But we don't understand specifically what it means, what it means when cats and dogs are talking to us. So we're not that more intelligent than them, at least in my point of view. You be the judge of that. Also, some animals can build extremely complex structures. For instance, the mound-building termites, they build complex towers of mud, and one of the characteristics is that inside those towers the temperature is perfectly stable. It's continuously stable. Obviously, they do it instinctively. They do not plan it, they do not have architects, but they do it nonetheless. Additionally, because we're more advanced technologically, does that make us superior beings and give us the right to use and abuse animals? If you think that way, then if a technological advanced alien species arrived on the planet, you would allow them to use us, including you and your family, as they saw fit, right? I'm guessing the answer is no. It's a bit when we place ourselves in the shoes, in this case, paws of the victims, isn't it? That alien species would see us as savages and most likely would wipe us out, and you wouldn't have the right to complain, and you would have to accept it because you do the same thing to animals. We are the dominant species, but not the most intelligent or superior, and have no right to eat animals or use them in any way, shape, or form we want. Think about this. Take the example of the academic human path. Is a child in elementary school inferior to a university student? Of course not. They have different levels of life experience and physical and brain capacities, which allow a university student to work, marry, or drive a car, for instance. But that doesn't make them superior. Should a university student be allowed to use and abuse a child? Of course not. Then why are we allowed to use animals and are okay with it? It makes no sense. Also, eating animals shouldn't even be an option. Who gave us that right? We have no right just because we dominate them and like the taste of their flesh. Religions justify it. As far as I'm concerned, benevolent deities would never want you to kill animals or humans. Halal, religious animal sacrifices are justifiable. That is bullshit. Actually, it's demonic what we do to animals and humans for that matter. Veganism, besides being the healthiest diet, if it's a balanced and varied one, and experts on both sides will claim different things, but just follow the money trail and use common sense, and you'll see who's telling the truth and who's lying. Veganism for me is more than a diet. It's a lifestyle. Nowadays we already have tasty vegan tasty alternatives to pretty much all animal products. Even meat, real meat, is being grown in labs. They remove cells from live animals without killing them, and they grow meat in labs. It's extremely expensive right now, but in a few years it will be mass produced and cheap. So, you know, we don't have to kill or use animals anymore. We have vegan tasty alternatives, and even real meat is being produced in labs today. Also, if you say you love animals, you mustn't eat them or use animal products. And if you call yourself an animals rights activist, then you must be vegan. Otherwise, you're just being hypocritical. As pure and simple as that. Okay, this video is already a little bit long, so I'll continue in this topic in the next video. Until then, try to be happy and make others happy. So, bye.